By 1778, the Revolutionary War had dragged on for 3 long years. Britain had suffered humiliating defeats at Saratoga and seen France officially join the war on America's side. Stalemates in the North had drained resources and morale, so London turned to a new plan: shift the war to the South. Why the South? The British believed the southern colonies were crawling with Loyalists who would rally to the crown. The South was also rich in cash crops like rice, indigo, and tobacco, vital to sustaining the empire. If Britain could capture the southern ports and rally Loyalist militias, they hoped the revolution would collapse from within. But what began as a confident march would spiral into a brutal, grinding conflict that tested both sides to the core. The first target was Georgia. In December 1778, British troops landed near Savannah. The American defenses were weak, outnumbered, and unprepared. Within days, Savannah fell, and Georgia became the first colony reoccupied by the Crown. The capture was swift but devastating. Hundreds of patriots were killed or captured. Loyalist support surged as Britain declared Georgia restored to royal authority. It seemed the Southern strategy was working, but resistance was not finished. But the Patriots were not ready to give up Georgia. In 1779, American forces, reinforced by their new French allies, launched an ambitious siege to retake Savannah. For weeks, cannons thundered, but the British held strong. On October 9th, a massive Franco-American assault tried to storm the city. It was a disaster. Over 1,000 Allied troops were killed or wounded, including the young Polish hero Casimir Pulaski, who died leading a cavalry charge. The failed siege crushed Patriot hopes and cemented Britain's grip on Georgia. If Savannah was a victory, Charleston was a masterpiece. In the spring of 1780, British General Sir Henry Clinton led nearly 14,000 troops against the vital port city of Charleston, South Carolina. Inside the city, about 5,000 American defenders braced for a siege. For 6 weeks, the British tightened their noose. By May 12th, Charleston surrendered. Over 5,000 American soldiers were captured, the single greatest American defeat of the war. The loss was catastrophic. The southern colonies seemed wide open. Patriot morale plummeted, but sometimes defeat can plant the seeds of resistance. Britain now controlled Georgia and South Carolina. The Southern strategy seemed unstoppable. But in the backwoods and swamps, a new kind of war was brewing. Patriot partisans, Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, Thomas Sumter, Andrew Pickens, launched daring guerrilla raids. They ambushed British patrols, struck supply lines, and melted back into the wilderness. This unconventional resistance kept hope alive, and it set the stage for epic clashes to come. Kings Mountain, Cowpens, and Guilford Courthouse, where the Southern tide would finally turn. The Southern campaign had begun in triumph for Britain. Savannah, Charleston, one victory after another. But in the swamps and hills, resistance was stirring. In Part 2, we'll see how guerrilla fighters and frontier militias turned the British advance into a bloody nightmare and brought the Revolution to its climax. Want to discover more about the American Revolution? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on Deeper History.